Very good afternoon. My name is Alok Srivastava from Network Nuts. So what's in this video? Let's check it out. As you can see that I've got an Ansible coming up right here. So the video must be about Ansible. Yes. So first of all, coming after a long time, I'm busy, slightly busy, not that much. So let's come on to the topic. The topic is, if you remember the last videos on Ansible, I had told you how to create small playbooks and execute them. So these are the same machines that I had used in the previous videos. So you can see those playbooks are still there, and these two machines I'm going to use. One is the ans1.example.com and another one obviously is the ans2.example.com. so these are the two machines I'm going to use. So the easier way to find out is that the machine with the green background will be my remote machine, and the machine will be having the blue background is my Ansible controller, from where I'm going to execute the playbooks and create the playbooks. Okay, so what's in this video? I'm going to show you simple playbook testing mechanisms or tips, how you can check your playbook before actually executing them. So it's good, it's interesting. So I'll use my editor once again to explain you the things. So number one, let's see Ansible playbook testing, right? It's a very interesting topic. So before I proceed further, let me check whether the Ansible is running on the machine or not, or whether I'm able to communicate with the other machine using the Ansible or not. So if I do a small ping will not be using the Ansible, obviously. I'm just checking the connectivity. Perfect. So let me use the Ansible module. Right, so I used ans2.example.com with the user root and the module is ping. So I'm trying to use Ansible to ping it. I should be getting a success here. Perfect. A success is coming up here. That means Ansible is able to go to the remote machine. Another way to find out is that I can use the setup module. So setup module is will give me the configuration of the second machine. Perfect. So it's working. Okay, so I can use couple of things to check a playbook, but as a good admin, it's always recommended that you should know how to take the help. So one of the best ways of getting the help in the Ansible is Ansible doc list. So if I press enter here, it will show you all the modules that are available in Ansible. Can you see it? These are the modules here. Right. Perfect. So if you want to know more about a particular module, say I want to know more about the user module, what is the syntax and how to use it. So I can simply give Ansible doc and then the user. That's it. It will show me. It's a kind of a man pages of the Ansible user module. So you can learn about different attributes, and will be easier for you to create the playbooks. So before I proceed further, so taking help is one of the options. So one is I can use Ansible doc -list to list all the modules. Then for a particular module, if you want to take the help, Ansible doc and then the module name, right? So in case I want to use get the help for the user account, so I can write Ansible doc user. Okay, now let's create a playbook or use the existing one. So let me see if there is, okay, there are a couple of playbooks. So let me use this test1.yml or YAML. So if I open this, let me see what it does. Okay, we had used it in the previous video to create a simple MOTD file. Okay, so before executing it, okay, I'll just change the mod something here so that it will be reflected. I remove the live here, just put it in love learn Linux. So what it does, it's going to execute on host 2 ans2.example.com with the user root. The variable I had defined is motd underscore welcome, some message inside it, and then I'm creating a file, right? So if I normally what you do, I just use the Ansible playbook command and run it, right? It's what we do, which is good. There is no harm in it, provided your module is right. There are no syntax issues. So it has changed something. So if I go to the ans2 and cat the temp motd file, I suppose it is an motd or etc motd. Let me check. It's etc motd. So if I go and do a cat etc motd, it's showing me the new file love learn Linux. Perfect. But in case something is wrong, so how it works, so you should remember this. Number one thing, when we execute a playbook, Ansible first check the complete syntax. Okay, let me write it. When we execute a playbook, Ansible first check the syntax of the playbook. Syntax of the playbook, right? If there is some error is encountered, if some error is encountered, it seems like, wow, some encounter is going on. Haha. Encountered. So what it does, Ansible will point you that error and will stop there only. So Ansible will point the error and stop there. It will not move further. Right? Okay. And one very important thing, syntax checking is done only when you use the Ansible -playbook command. It will not work in your Ansible ad hoc mode when you try to execute the modules without creating a playbooks and you give and use the ad hoc mode. So it's very important. So syntax checking is done only when you use, I can write here, Ansible playbook command, right? Okay, how to check it? There is a very simple option. You can just write Ansible playbook, right? And the name of your playbook .yml. Obviously just write -- syntax check. This is option. It's a very good option. So let's do this. So if this file is perfect, there is no error in it. So before executing it, what I can do, I can just write Ansible playbook test1.yaml syntax -check. Perfect. There is no error here. Now let's create an error. Let's see how it behaves now. So what I do, I just remove a E from this. Just a very simple error. It might be a typo. So before executing it, if I run the same command, it will give you this, that NAM is not a legal parameter in the Ansible task or handler, which is very good. So what I'll do, I'll go back there. It's a good practice. Change it, and let me write one more line here so that it will be applied. Welcome to Network NATs. Perfect. So let me execute it once again. So before executing it, now I've got a good practice that I will check the syntax first. When the syntax is perfect, I will just use the test1.yaml. That's all. Perfect. Right? Change. So if I go back to this and see this file, I can see the line is coming up here. So it is being executed and it's visible from here. So one option is using the syntax check. Another option is a very good one. I can use -- check mode. This is again a very good option. So this one is the syntax check, right? Okay, I can just fix it here. Syntax check. This is the one method of checking it. Another method of checking is -- check mode, right? Okay, how it's different? Look, check mode, it's like a dry run, a no op operations in Puppet. It will not apply anything, will merely show you what will happen if you apply it, right? So I can point it out like it's a kind of a dry run, right? Something like a no op operation in Puppet. If you are familiar with Puppet, something like no op in Puppet. I don't know how many of you are comfortable with Puppet, right? So it will not apply anything, or any changes, will merely show you what will happen. Just show what changes will be introduced if you apply it, right? If you apply the playbook. Okay, how to do it? It's very simple. Again, simple, same command, Ansible Playbook, name of the playbook, and instead of syntax check, just write -- check. That's it. Okay, let's do this once again. So if I remove this and will write -- check, remember I hadn't done any modifications in test1.yaml. It says change 0, nothing will happen. Why? Because I hadn't changed anything. Fair enough, perfect. Okay, let's modify something then. I go here, welcome to Network Nerds, just add one more line. This is Ansible checking video, syntax checking video by Alok. Perfect. Save and come out from here. Let me do a \n to get it looks more pleasing then. Okay, if I run the same command again, see here, change 0, because I hadn't done anything. Now if I do it -- check, let's see what will happen. Is this something different? Yeah, change one file will be changed, something will happen, it will do some changes here. So this, but it will not apply it. See here, the file is still same, that new line is not being added, it's a dry run. So this is again a very interesting one. Another way of controlling the execution, though it's not a part of the syntax checking, another way of controlling the execution of your playbooks is using the tags, which is very important. Tags feature is there in Puppet also, and the basic idea behind the tags is that normally what happens when you run a playbook, what will happen? It will execute the complete playbook. All the tasks will be executed, but might be you don't want to run the entire playbook, you just want to run a portion of the playbook. So that can be done using the tag. Let me give you a simple example here. Let me see if another playbook is there. Okay, we have got this add service. So I am slightly lazy as usual, so instead of writing it, I'll just modify the same. So this is going to install the package and we'll start the service. Okay, let me add one more task here. Say stop service, and I run the service module. Name is stdpd and the state is stopped. Right, perfect. Now if I execute this, what will happen? The playbook will be executed in its entire contents. All of the contents will be executed. So first it will install the package, then it will start the service, then it will stop the service. Nonsense. Okay, I just want to execute a block of it. Say only this, sorry. Say only this section need to be executed, or only this start section need to be executed. So what I can do, I can introduce tags. Very simple. For every job that you are trying to execute, right? Say here, I say tags and give the say install because it's installing it. Here, tags, I say start this as it's starting the service. Tags, and I say stop the service. So this block can be referred by this tag start. This complete block of code can be referred or called by this tag install, and this complete block can be called or executed by the tag stop. Perfect. Let me try this now. First of all, as we had just learned, we need to check the syntax. What was the name? Add service, right? Hyphen syntax hyphen check. Oh wow, that's great. Wow. Not like a wow. It's actually like a wow. Okay, so let me see the status of Apache here. Okay, perfect. And let me see the status of the service HTTPD status. It's running. Okay, I just want to stop this. I just want to stop the service. So what I will do, so I want to stop the service. That means I need to run this block, because if I call the playbook, it will execute in total. But because now I have introduced the tags, I can use this. So I just want to execute this stop. So this code can be called by the tag stop. So let me try this. Currently the Apache is running here. Perfect. So if I give an Ansible playbook and add service hyphen tags stop, that means please execute the block having the tag stop. Let me see. Okay, see, only the stop service is being executed. So if I go here and run it again, it stopped. Wow, that's great. So again, if I need to start it, what I need to do, I'll just see the start tag. Okay, it's start, and instead of stop, I say start. So only that portion of the playbook will be executed. Now look, it's starting the service. Rest of the things are skipped. So should start again. Wow, that's good. So in this manner, you can control the execution of the playbook to a particular block. And if you've got hundreds of blocks and you want to write 100, so am I supposed to write like this, start, or say 1 2 3? Oh my god. So in that case, if you've got hundreds of tags and you want to execute all except a few, you can use skip tag. See here, install that, right? Skip tags install and start. So that means I'm trying to execute the stop one except these. What was the name? Tags install. Okay, I need to use comma, I suppose. Yeah, it's stopping it now. So if you've got too many playbooks tags and you want to skip certain, I'll just start it once again. You can use skip tags. Perfect. Oh, that's wonderful. Great. Okay, so I can note it down here. Another is tags. So tags is merely a way to say, I can write here, a great way to test only a specific piece of code. Great way, G should be capital. Great way to test a bunch of tasks without executing the complete playbook. Right? So you can use it. I've shown you the example here. Perfect. One more way of checking whether the code is actually going to work or not is using a function known as assert. Very interesting. Assert function. What it does, it will not do anything on the host. Number one thing, check mode will work only when you want to check whether something will happen on the remote machine or not, right? But the check will not tell you what will be the output, whether the output is the same which I desire or not, right? So if you want to see the code that you have written is actually giving you the same output, the same kind of output that you are expecting, you can use the assert. So let me explain it with a example here. Let me create a, say, my assert.yaml. Right, you know all the things. Host ans2.example.com. Remote user is root. Task, see here. So I am using an action. I just want to run a shell command, say bin ls, right? And then the output will be getting stored in a variable, anything, say list files. It can be any name, right? So whatever will be the output of the bin ls command, it will be stored in the variable list files. Perfect. Now I use assert. Sorry, too many as, say as. Yeah, you don't take me wrong. Thank you very much. Assert that. Okay, I'll be creating a file, say check file.txt. I'm looking for this file in list files dot standard out underscore lines. So that means this code will merely executing this ls command there, storing the output in a variable named list files, and I'm checking. Let me check spelling should be checked. Wow, that's rhyming. Check spelling should be checked. So check file. So I'm expecting a file there, check file.txt. So if it exists, it will show me, right? Okay, so what I do, I go and create a file here. What was the file name? Check file.txt. So I copy this to avoid any syntax errors. I go here, I just do a touch of check file.txt, right? I hope it's check file. Yeah, check file.txt, right? Perfect. So there's a file there, check file.txt. Now, so I'm looking for this file. So whether my code is able to give me the desired output or not. So first I again use the syntax check. What was the name? My assert syntax hyphen check. Wow, that's good. Now I run this with a verbose so that you will see it on the screen. Sorry. too many hyphens. See here, assert. Okay, why? It has found the file, check file.txt. This is okay, all assertion passed. That means yes, the code is able to produce the result which you have anticipated. So this is again a very good way in Ansible to check whether the code is able to produce the desired output or not. So I hope this small video will help you in making more efficient playbooks, and you have just learned how to check the syntax using the syntax check, the tags is a great way to control the execution, and the assert function. So thank you very much. Keep coming back, and I'll try to keep coming back more frequently. Bye bye. God bless. Take care. Stopping the video now.